Drop it, Frank. Here we go.
And here we go for another edition of the AEW Dynamite Review. And yes, my name is Frank Jolfo, and we got a great show for you here tonight. And if you watch the AEW Dynamite, we are excited to have this show here for you with one half of the Jolfo in the Rings one third of the Jolfo in the Rings podcast, Kyle, the Spoiler Morin. What's going on, Kyle?
I've been telling you, Sting's a bad fucking friend.
You've been saying it for the longest time, and I hope everybody's been listening to you because I have. That's for sure.
You piece of shit.
And we have a Selecta Brew from the Jolfo podcast. What's going on, Bruno?
I'm good. I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. Because I liked it. It was a good Dynamite tonight.
And last but not least, we have from the Dirty Four. And I was just on one of his 69 podcasts that he has. It was a great time. Go check it out. 3 men in a podcast. My friend and yours, Claudio Capri. What's going on, brother?
Not much. Yourselves?
Very good. So, Bruno, take it away.
All right. Well, Dynamite brought
before we start
Dynamite, we gotta talk about the biggest news in AEW this week, and I think you should take it away, Frank.
I thought that was gonna be last.
Let's bring back right here, right now, for the first time I think in 2022. Good idea, bad idea. Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes not re-signing with AEW.
You know what?
Frank.
I did not see this happening. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't think anyone saw this happening.
I've been wishing for it for the last fucking year of your life.
I don't know. Everyone that knows me out there in the wrestling podcast world knows that I'm not a big fan of Cody Rhodes. But I have a little bit of mixed reactions on this because
there's no AEW without Cody Rhodes.
Yes, there is. He's okay. Okay, look.
No, there's no Go Big Show without Cody Rhodes.
Everyone knows I have a disdain for Cody Rhodes. Fine, whatever. The character.
Hold on, are you chugging wine? Oh, okay. So I thought that was a wine bottle. Sorry.
I'm telling you right now that it's I don't know if there's a lot of mixed rumors out there that there was disdain between him and Tony Khan and people in the back. And I remember back in the day when I did one of my good idea, bad ideas, I said on air, you can go check it out. I said that there was some animosity. There was something happening behind the scenes with the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, the EVPs basically, and Cody Rhodes. So there has to be something there that we're not aware of. But to my recollect, what I see right now, Cody Rhodes is on his way out of AEW. I don't think, and a lot of people are saying that it might just be a storyline kind of thing, but I don't think they would have put this much effort and I don't know. It was just it felt real to me. So I don't think it's a wrestling storyline. I think this is real life here, and Cody Rhodes is not a part of AEW anymore. I'm happy about that, but I think I'm happy to see him debut in WWE, and I think that might turn me around on the Cody Rhodes train here. If Cody Rhodes does come into WWE, and I'm going to tell you something right now, he won't be he won't be booed on WWE TV. I think he's going to be cheered, and I think that's a good thing. But Cody Rhodes,
you're saying straight up that he's going straight to WWE. I was gonna ask a spoiler for his comments on to what's next for Cody Rhodes.
What else is he going to do?
It's Cody Rhodes. Who gives a shit?
What do you mean who gives a shit?
Who gives a fuck? It's Cody Rhodes.
Are you turning on him too, Kyle?
He's trash.
So if it's Cody Rhodes, then why did they make such a big deal? They already changed the trucks and everything. They don't even have his face on the trucks anymore.
Yeah, what did they do with the Nightmare bus there?
Anywhere.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something right now. After Lit Academy happens, and we know that Jeremy is gonna take all the competition with him there. He's gonna beat them all. He's going to be there and at the Nightmare Factory, and he's going to be giving us a little bit of an insight of what's going on there. But Dustin Rhodes,
I hope he beats up Cody Rhodes when he's
you know what? I hope there is no bad blood, but I think there is because you know what?
Because you know what? The whole Nightmare Factory, all those guys that they have, like there's still got to be somewhat of a working relationship going on with them.
Yes,
I would
business
assume,
wise, yes, but you're going to tell me
you're going to movie now.
No.
Watch,
You're gonna tell me that he couldn't come to terms on a contract with the federation that he built. Give me a break, man. There's something else back there that happened, and there's something that happened there that we don't know about. I think I want to know about it, but sometimes some things like this I don't. So there's something that happened there for sure, and we don't know about it because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. If you would have started at the beginning of AEW, even from last week, we would have said, who do you think would have been the first one to leave AEW? Maybe not like that, but to leave AEW and maybe be the first one to go through that forbidden door and go to WWE. I wouldn't have never mentioned Cody Rhodes.
Think he's gonna go right back though? You think he did all this?
100%. He has to. He has to keep his name out there.
He just dropped. They're just
What's
cutting
gonna
all
happen
kinds of
with
stuff.
Roads to the Top or whatever that show's called? What's gonna happen with that?
Hear me out.
Yeah, their 6 fans are going to be disappointed.
Yeah. Okay. So what? So then you're going to tell me that this is a storyline?
Hold up.
That this is coming back to AEW? Because if this is the case, I think they're going to lose fans and the credibility that they have in AEW by doing this. I don't think that's the case. He's going to WWE, and if he does, I'm going to say it right now on the air. Sorry to interrupt. If he does come to WWE, I'm changing to I'm going to change my recollect of Cody Rhodes, and I think I'm going to be the biggest Cody Rhodes fan in the world. I'm saying it right now.
Okay,
you heard it here, folks.
Just to stir the pot of it.
You're just hard on the WWE. What are the odds, though? What if Cody Rhodes behind the scenes is teaming up with Shane McMahon and Triple H?
Stop.
And they're planning and they launch their own Fed.
Stop.
What are the odds?
Don't even mutter those words out of your mouth.
Triple H, Shane McMahon, Cody Rhodes.
Can you step in on this, please? Because that will never happen. I know you listen to Jim Cornette, Bruno. Come on, seriously, man. That would never hapen.
No,
ever.
That's not Jim Cornette. That's some Vince Russo shit right there.
Well, him too, but that would never happen. No, that's not gonna happen.
I'm just saying.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy is that everyone said that Shane McMahon, this and that, he was out of WWE. I think a couple of days later, somebody fucking said it on Twitter that he was closing out a deal with some kind of company. I don't know what it is. I'll remember it later, but a company that helps with WWE, and so he's still part of WWE, regardless. But that's what it comes down to: is we're listening to people that are speculating on what is going to happen here.
Now, maybe AEW could get Cody Rhodes to face Jeremy Prophet while he's a free agent. Hey, who knows? Who knows? Anyways, let's get into tonight as we were live from Nashville, Tennessee. Let's
say hi to everybody in the chat here. We got D Cena, nice to see D in there. Earl Cole as usual. A to the tracks. Kofi Wheatston from the Dirty Heels. Go check them out on YouTube and social media platforms all around the social media platforms there. And D Rasa, which I still have a vendetta over. We still have that rivalry going. We'll get back to that after. He's still on the list, but go check out these great podcasters that are in this chat right now, the Dirty Heels and Earl Cole as well. So thanks for everybody for tuning in. Bruno?
Well, we started it off with the straight edge superstar, I believe he's referred to, sitting on the floor in the ring.
Did he have his knees? Did he have his legs crossed?
Started with that, sitting down with a box in front of him.
Classic Punk.
I believe he quotes his first ever promo.
Like every woman in front of Claudio, just legs crossed.
Kyle, did you catch the beginning?
What's that?
Did you catch the beginning?
Yeah. The big announcement. You want to just
yeah? Can you tell me what the big announcement is?
He opened up with
a word picture.
The promo was pretty good. He referred to, I guess, was that like his first promo in WWE? He said, like, I don't do drugs, I don't drink.
Straight edge. Basically, that's what straight edge means. You don't drink alcohol, do drugs.
He said that, and he said, I uttered these words 20 years ago, almost to this day, and blah, blah, blah. And he said something. And then I just heard a fan just screaming at the top of his lungs, "You suck!" Did you catch it? Was that one troll screaming at the top of his lungs?
Say hi to Mr. Will Raleigh Sports Rally on YouTube. What's going on? Thanks for tuning in once again, my friend, all the way from the UK. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, don't be sorry. Just don't do it again, eh?
Screw you, Bruno.
So yeah, Kyle, go ahead, take it from there. He was sitting down. They cut his promo, and then he had that box.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you.
With the classic
Was it a
picture in it, with
was
young
it a classic
CM Punk and
WWE
young
promo?
MJF?
Let him talk.
What?
He's telling.
Sorry.
This is the Super Bowl tonight.
No, because I didn't watch a little bit at the beginning because I was on the 3 Men in the podcast. So I'm just wondering how the promo, if it was like a WWE type of promo CM Punk was doing, or was it a CM Punk AEW promo? That's what I was just curious. But go on. Sorry to interrupt again. I'm very sorry.
Standard CM Punk promo. But yeah, no, he pulls out the picture, challenges him to another match. Tells him
the picture.
Well, sorry, this is a challenge, but he tells him the stipulation to the new match. What are we getting? A fucking dog collar match, though?
What? Dog collar match?
Yeah. First he said he's like, I'm thinking what type of match. He teased the steel cage, but he goes, it's not enough, blah, blah, blah. He knows Wardlow could climb a cage, no problem.
So they don't have Hell in a Cell there. It's true.
So he said and then he finally pulled out the box, like the chain like this, and he had the dog collar. And then MJF came out. And then MJF didn't say anything yet, and then he talked shit more and showed him and pulled out the picture of MJF with him back in the days. I don't know if you ever seen
when he was a kid.
Yeah, he goes, this day was one of the biggest days of your life. You remember this for the rest of your life. This day to me was just a Thursday or just a Friday. I didn't remember it happened. And he goes, March 6th at Revolution, when I beat the crap out of you. It's just going to be another Saturday.
So it's a dog collar match. Okay, so basically he's like, we can't do a steel cage because Wardlow will come in, but Wardlow could still interfere in a dog collar match.
I think that the concept was more he didn't want MJF to get away. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. But someone could still interfere though.
Yeah.
That was the whole point of the last match that somebody interfered and it wasn't a clean match, right? Like that's what I assume, right? But
he just wants to beat the crap out of them.
But then do it in a steel cage, then. I don't know, or a street fight. If I'm not
mistaken, okay, so dog collar, it's still just pinfall and all that crap. But what's the other one? Is it when they're strapped by the arm, or when they have to touch each?
Yeah, that's the strap match.
Which one was it when was Brody Lee and Cody Rhodes had a match like that? It was a strap match, right? Or was it a dog collar match?
Yeah,
right? Okay.
Okay.
It was Brody Lee's last match.
That was Brody Lee's match, last match. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. So that was and MJF. He left MJF speechless. He ended up not saying a word at all and left.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He left MJF speechless. Claudio,
I don't know. Claudio, tell us. Well,
you guys were in the same podcast.
Yeah, we were in the same podcast.
So me and Kyle are pretty much.
That's why I'm asking these questions. I want to be able to be there, like in the sense that. But a dog collar match, it's kind of weird to me. I don't know, man.
Old school. Yeah. It's MJF though. MJF is an old school guy. He's good. He's not going to do
I don't know. Maybe a match like bar everyone from ringside kind of thing, and if someone interferes or something, like there's a stipulation or something. Send me something in those ends, but
this is nice and easy dog collar match. I feel
nice and easy dog collar match.
Really? AEW sometimes they always have like it's this match with that and this rule, like they also a street fight or an Alabama fucking bar match. It always ends up just being a hardcore match with like anything goes.
Yeah.
At least this is just straight away. It's a dog collar match. You can't get away from me. Easy said.
So what happens?
Heel MJF.
So then what? So then this is like. Do you think?
It's gonna be great.
Well, you know what? Just to go back to it, we all thought that this was the stepping stone for an MJF Wardlow feud, but I guess that's gonna happen after Revolution. But maybe Wardlow interferes, and everyone thinks he's going to be helping MJF, and then he helps CM Punk.
What would happen? It wouldn't if CM Punk wins and Wardlow breaks off from MJF. I don't think it'll be Wardlow fucking MJF. I think it would be he just walks out on him. Like I don't think he'll help.
Okay.
I don't think he'll help.
Okay, you don't think he'll interfere or anything, right?
He won't help CM Punk just to keep CM Punk like a clean win. I think it'll be like a thing where he's like asking him for the ring or something, and like he fucking throws it away or just leaves.
Because you know what? In the end, like
knocks out.
I think we could all agree that in wrestling, we all want the good to triumph over the bad, and watch the bad get beaten down, right? So I think that's what's going to happen. I think it's going to be one of the most embarrassing moments in MJF's life next week. But it's at Revolution, the match, or is it next week?
March 6th, Revolution.
So Revolution. So yeah.
Or Wardlow walks out and MJF still somehow pulls off a cheap victory.
Yeah, but I don't think at this point MJF's gonna pull off something cheap at Revolution.
I don't think they're gonna make him lose though.
No, I think
not to CM Punk. I think CM Punk will let him.
Because technically, MJF didn't beat CM Punk clean in the end, right?
True.
So then now with this match now, there's a stipulation or a gimmick in it. That's and I doubt that it's gonna end in a clean finish again. So where does it end? Like I would have rather had MJF beat CM Punk clean that first time in Chicago. It would have resounded till the end of time, because CM Punk losing clean in Chicago would have been classic stuff for MJF to like grasp upon in the weeks after, in the future after. He could have held that against him. Like it's like saying Roman Reigns when he had that promo with Cena. I remember, and he said, Cena, there's one thing that you'll never have against me. I beat Undertaker at WrestleMania. You know, that's the thing, right? Like that's the thing you hold against somebody. And I think that by winning in a heel way and not winning clean, I think that takes away from the whole storyline and everything. And to me, like honestly, I'm not interested to see what's going to happen, because I think I already know what's going to happen already.
So spoil it.
Well,
I think
spoiler, but I'm just giving. It's just my opinion. It's not a spoiler. That's
may
different.
have just explained how they played you like a fiddle, because
I don't think
they
so.
gave you a victory that wasn't clean, so they need to have another match. They're putting it at a pay-per-view, which is what they had to do. There's no way they were going to make this end on a Dynamite, and now you're thinking so much, you know exactly what's going to happen.
Okay, so to go on your point, I have to admit that AEW pay-per-views do have a lot of clean finishes and a lot of decisive finishes to storylines and everything, which I agree.
Wardlow walks
or maybe even Wardlow doesn't even show up.
No,
Wardlow doesn't even show up.
MJF is asking for help and he just leaves.
He doesn't help him.
CM Punk gets a clean victory. So now the feud with Wardlow starts. That's done. Maybe. Who knows? Spoiler.
What do you think about it, Mr. Spoiler Alert himself?
We're still 3 weeks.
I don't know. I don't think. What is it?
How many weeks we got left? We still have build up. We still have build up to that. 16th. There's 1, 2, 3. So this coming Sunday, it's 2 weeks from this Sunday, March 6th.
I say they pull the Wardlow trigger after the next pay-per-view.
After, like it's not going to happen at the pay-per-view. You think he's still going to help him one more time?
You have another month of just
he's just going to be.
More blatant bullshit, and then finally he snaps.
Well, we all know we're gonna get MJF versus Wardlow, obviously, right?
Yeah,
that's what I think is gonna happen here. So, but
they're like a better Miz and Alex Riley.
Yes, that's such a wow, man. Wow, that's great.
Johnny
man.
Mundo, man. Could
Johnny Mundo?
What's his name? That was John Morrison.
John Morrison.
I hope can AEW get him, man. He was a good.
If I had the right phone calls and I wish I could. I'd call Cody, but Cody's not a part of them anymore. But
you guys are best friends now. He's your favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
Not yet. Don't go away. But it's WrestleMania season, so he's not going to be in Saudi Arabia. Obviously, that'd be too much. But WrestleMania, they're already talking about him fighting. Who's going to fight? And it's wow, man! What a time to be a wrestling fan. I love it.
Maybe he might show up in the JWF. Who knows?
Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. That'll put some butts in the seats.
Oh, you never know, man. You just never know.
He's going to Saudi Arabia. They don't care about him there.
Claudio, you look like your head's gonna pop off if you don't say something. You better say something quick, buddy.
No, I'm missing. How many tickets?
I got to comment on this.
Cut him off.
I got something for Claudio since you missed it. Next promo can be a Jurassic Express in the back with Tony Khan and Christian, and he says, and Tony Khan says to Jungle Boy, they made the announcement that Revolution is going to be a 3-way tag team match for the titles, and Jungle Boy says, "I agree, Tony. You know I love a good 3-way," and then Luchasaurus goes. Rrr. So Claudio, Luchasaurus doesn't like 3-ways, and Jungle Boy is a fan of the 3-way match.
Okay, thank God you put match in there. He's got it. If it was threesome, hey, listen. I don't know. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be. I wonder who the next team is gonna be.
Well, aren't they having like a tag team thing, like a tournament or something? Or, we'll get to that after. I saw that.
I think so. I think they announced a match. Kyle, I think they announced
there's a battle royal. I think there's a battle royal or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And no, it's some kind of tournament, I think, isn't it, or a bracket?
Yeah, see, like this
bracket.
They do so many. I feel so many things at the same time to a point that we gotta start. I gotta make a map. You gotta make a map of all these stipulations.
You know what bothers me though. I'm gonna say something right now. You know what bothers me about AEW? The picture in picture. I don't like the picture in picture. I like it when there's a commercial, so you could get up, maybe go on your phone, and you know what I mean, and see what like for that instance, like to see if is there a tournament happening or is it a battle royal? What is it? But I feel like I have to be glued and watch the TV every single second.
You don't have to.
You know. Yeah, but
that's what the Cody Rhodes matches are for.
Yeah.
Or Jade Cargill.
I agree.
You don't talk about Jade Cargill like that.
Hey, I agree with what you're saying about the picture in picture, but to a little degree, at least if you want to try and maybe give it a real
meaning.
feel, a real
make something happen, right?
No, not only that, like you're just giving the option because like it's live, it's wrestling, anything could happen. Yeah. That's why we're gonna give you that picture in picture. You know what I mean? Like outside looking in. Like I feel like if it's a sports, like if it's, you know what I mean, like but soccer, like they do that. Like
this is where it comes down to it. If something significant happens during the picture in picture, that's gonna make me want to watch the picture in picture because I'm sure there's a lot of people that say, okay, it's picture in picture, nothing is gonna happen, so let me walk off, go to the bathroom, fucking, you know, whatever I have to do, and then come back. But if there's something that actually happens and you see it on social media, it's like, oh wow, I walked off when that happened. Maybe I'll sit and watch and
they don't do anything important when it happens. If they do it,
so then why do it then? Why do it?
Pretend like it's so real that they have to have the camera feed for you going because something might happen. That's my take on it. You know what I mean?
Like, when nothing's happened, make something happen, and then it'll make me want to watch.
Nothing's gonna happen, but having it there is like it's live.
I can't hear
anything could happen.
Yeah, what were you saying, Kyle?
What do you think about the picture in picture?
Honestly, I hate the commercials that they're showing. I think tonight most of it was all food. I'm like, what the fuck is up with all these? Most of it is food. And then there's that Chad series. I'm like, I want to go look it up on IMDb. What the fuck is that?
So you don't like it when commercials give you homework?
Yeah, exactly.
Or make you hungry.
Yeah, I'm like, and then I kept seeing Cody Rhodes for No Time, big show, No Time, whatever
that's another thing. Like,
yeah, I'm like, all right, okay, cool. Because you know what it is for me is like when I see a commercial and I see on a little screen what's going on, I feel it's like I'm like, no, get away, like fuck, I'm trying to watch them. It's like someone annoying is in your face, and you're like, yo, can you get the fuck out of the way? I'm trying to watch this.
You gotta respect Cody Rhodes though, what he did though. Eh? That's a ballsy move what he did. Eh?
He has something happening.
That's balls, man. That's balls, man. That's great. It's not other projects. Doesn't matter about other projects. You could have been fucking involved in the company that you built.
Listen.
Supposedly there was lawyers involved in everything. Eh? Like I'm telling you,
if your contract just ends and you have to go do like another stupid show or something for like 3-4 months, you say, look. I have to go. Don't pay me for 4 months.
AEW.
Okay, but you tell the fans that I'm gone. I'll make my letter that I'm gone. I'll be gone for 4 months. I got to work on this shit. Whatever.
But you didn't say 4 months. It's done
behind
forever.
The scenes, I'm talking them two together behind the scenes. What they would say, Tony, I have to work on some shit. We'll re-sign, but like in fucking 4 or 5 months.
I don't think that. Read carefully, man. I don't. That's not how it went down, man. That's not how it went down, man. The consensus is something happened behind the scenes.
We'll see. Only time will tell when we watch the Dark Side of the Ring in 10 years. I already can't wait for that. You know, like when we hear all the stories about the click.
If he goes back to WWE, I'm saying it right now. # Stardust in 6 months.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. That's when he was the most over in dashing Cody Rhodes too. When he had that little that run with the IC title, man. I enjoyed that. But maybe we could ask Fred Ottman, his uncle, Tugboat, what's going on. But
so next up here in Nashville, Tennessee, AEW Dynamite live. We had a very, very good match with Bryan Danielson. What was Claudio's name? He's screwing up. What was the name you called him?
Solite.
Daniel Bryanson.
Daniel Bryanson. No, Kyle's nickname or the.
That was what he gave him last time, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, and then
They got me screwed up that I screw up his name now.
Yeah, I made you
Because
guys all scream like I think so. I don't know.
Because he's very original guy. In WWE, he was Bryan Daniels or Daniel Bryan. I can't screw up.
Messing this up.
His real name Daniel Bryan, whatever. Anyways, you know what I mean.
DB, there we go. No,
I still screw it up. So
Daniel, let's call him Daniel just for short.
Versus
It's Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson. Those are the only two. That's it.
thanks, Kyle.
So Bryan Danielson.
Thanks for spoiling it, Kyle.
So was it Daniel Bryanson?
Oh my God, let's keep going with this. It's getting me anxious now.
Lee Moriarty.
Lee Moriarty. Kyle, did you catch this one?
No, I missed this one. I was occupied.
This is watch.
Good match.
Yeah, if they put up on YouTube, this was a good match. This was a good match. I was like, what the frick is?
You know what? I'm going to tell you, man. Daniel Bryan.
Keith Lee and Mike Bailey? I don't think so.
No, probably not. Probably not. But Daniel Bryan, honestly, I think he could have a good match with anybody. This guy, like, that's how good he is, man. And he doesn't get enough credit for it. But he could have a good match with anybody. And you kind of see what he's trying to do with AEW now. Like he was doing at the end when he was fighting like Drew Gulak and stuff like that in WWE. He's trying to fight these the lower card wrestlers to give them an extra boost and an extra name, because if they don't wrestle great wrestlers, how good of a wrestler do you know? How good do you know how good they are? You know, if they don't wrestle these good wrestlers. So kudos to Daniel Danielson, whatever you want to call him, for wrestling Lee Moriarty. And it shows that Lee Moriarty has a chance to do something in this business and in AEW. I think a lot of people like him, but I don't know, maybe he just needs more exposure, and that exposure by fighting Daniel Bryan will give it to him. So we'll see. We'll see what the future holds for Lee Moriarty. So,
well, in this match, he held his ground. They had some really good exchanges, good chain wrestling, like wrestling. Did you see how it finished? Did you catch the finish?
No.
He got him in like a triangle submission, and then just like laid back. I think I've seen Jeremy Prophet do this on the finish with a submission. Had him like a triangle with his legs, and just laid back on the mat flexing like this.
And
as the guy just went to sleep.
Bounced down after.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't because what's
like
that?
He got him like in a triangle choke, and then once the guy was going out, he like let go of his arm, whatever.
Yeah,
and just, like, laid back.
did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like just flex, sling backwards, and the ref rang the bell.
But you see, like Bruno, did you know who Lee Moriarty was before this match?
I believe I heard his name on like Dark or a couple of the things. Like,
did it open your eyes to him a little bit to say like maybe not to the point where he's your favorite wrestler, but
great match.
Like maybe next week if he does fight it, like I'll be excited to watch Lee Moriarty now. You know, that's the whole point, and that's what I like about AEW. They do that a lot. Kudos to them.
You just reminded me, another reason why I guess I kind of really like this one, no 2.0, no Daniel Garcia on the whole show tonight.
Well, we're going to see 2.0 in Montreal in a couple of weeks. Can't wait for that.
Okay, but this match ended, but led right into Daniel Bryan picking up the microphone and demanding that Moxley gives him an answer for his invitation for them to be a tag team.
Oh my God.
And then cue the music, Wild Thing. John Moxley comes out from the crowd, comes into the ring, grabs the mic, cuts a promo, starts off, teases it. He goes, I always looked up to you, blah, blah, blah,
This is John Moxley saying this?
Yeah, he's I always looked up to you. I thought you're a good guy. And he goes, and I started thinking, do you want to be a tag team because you think we could be the most violent? Because that was Daniel Bryan's whole thing about he's bringing violence to it. And he wants Moxley to be the most violent team. So he's like, do you want to be with me because you think we could be the most violent team? Or he's like, or are you trying to team up with me because you're scared that I'm the guy that you don't want to be on the other side of? And so he goes, I can never tag with someone if I don't bleed with somebody. And then leaves it
That's
at
what Moxley
that.
says.
Yeah, so I guess they're gonna have a match.
Quick question, Carl, did Daniel Bryan and Dean Ambrose ever tag in WWE? I don't know. Maybe you would know.
They tagged, no.
So that's a first. Maybe
good to see. Who knows? Maybe they have on like a random Raw. but
Okay.
not to my recollection. But
Yeah, well, I'm sure if they did it, we would have remembered it. It would have been a significant thing, right? Like, but to
go
tell
on
you
the
truth-
WWE network, type in AEW, maybe that match will pop up.
or type in Sabu and they'll say WCW veteran or what was that?
Yeah,
But I don't know. I don't know. Is that just booking that they don't have anything for Daniel Bryan and Boxy? So instead of them doing something by themselves and being irrelevant, and I don't know, tag team? I don't know. I
No,
don't
they're
know.
not doing a tag team. They're gonna fight each other.
Oh.
He wants to bleed against him because he wants to go toe to toe with him first.
Okay, I thought
He
this
wants
was
to
all to
see
be
if
a tag
Daniel
team
Bryan's-
together.
No, then maybe maybe down the line, I guess the whole thing will be like, have a match and then maybe they'll consider it.
Okay, so then this
what we're
question,
saying.
then Kyle, did they ever fight one-on-one in WWE?
yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Okay.
Daniel Bryan and Kane fought the Shield at WrestleMania.
I'm saying like maybe like one-on-one. I'm saying like
No, I'm sure they have.
okay. So yeah, this I'm sure that's going to be a crazy match. That's for sure. I'm going to want to watch that. But I don't know. It's just
Who
another
doesn't want to see Moxley and
Yeah, exactly.
It's just another WWE. Like I don't know. It's just I don't know. I think that's bad booking, man. I don't know. I don't think they had to give that to us like that right away. I don't know. I feel like I'm watching. We talked about all WWE. But yeah, but it's.
Good
Are we
matches.
watching AEW or are we watching WWE here? We had CM Punk come in, do a promo. Fine. Next thing we had Daniel Bryan and John Moxley. I don't know.
What was?
It
You're
seems like
the
when
big
I'm watching
WWE fan here. They're putting their better talent on TV. What's wrong with that?
It's basically saying that we could have a
and Daniel
better,
Garcia to freaking
we could have a better match in AEW than we did in WWE. That's all it is to it right there. I think that's why they're doing it. So
It's for sure gonna be
That's-
something
Yeah,
hardcore.
but you're just saying his praises for wrestling Lee Moriarty. And now you're
yes,
shitting on
but
him for being
I know
yeah.
wrestling. That match I'll watch every single day, 10 times a day, no problem. But I want to get hooked with a story here. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I like the MJ, like the inner circle story with Jericho. I like that story. There's a storyline behind it. There's a storyline behind the CM Punk and everything. Even though the dog collar match, I'm not totally in agreement with. But I think there has to be some kind of hook there. But I don't know. Just to say,
There is. The
put
match
these
is
two guys together
Daniel
and
Bryan and John Moxley. Now that's the hook.
Yeah.
You gotta
Violence.
let them tell the story. Claudio, what do you think?
I have to agree with you, Kyle. Like, you know what? I think Moxie's just gonna challenge DB or whatever the fuck you want to call him, and Daniel Bryan, whatever. And then at the end, Moxie's probably gonna be like, oh, you know what? It was a hard takedown for me, but you know what? You're gonna. And by the way, it might be a Texas death match. So they'll be like, oh, you know what? You're bleeding, and I'm bleeding. We're gonna team up together.
okay. So after the fight, and then they embrace, and they're like, let's be a tag team because I respect you. And I said, I guess that we're okay.
And I have a feeling, just like in cinematic terms, they're gonna form a team together. I have a feeling. I have just like in what's it called?
Okay.
Special ops. Yeah, special ops. Right, that was in WWE.
So like Kyle said, like let the storyline play out, and I think that if that storyline does play out to that what Claudio was saying, then okay, I'm all for it. Earl Cole is going to be at AEW Dynamite next week. Do you just follow AEW Dynamite every week in Bridgeport, Connecticut? Jesus Christ,
it's always in this
lucky
area.
guy, man.
Yeah, I know.
Unbelievable. I'm starting to get jealous now.
But you know what? I have a feeling it's gonna be Daniel and Moxley and CM Punk. That's
And
gonna
like
be
a
new
faction?
special. Yeah, the special ops. Just like there was in WWE.
But like I've been saying for the longest time, I don't know why the WWE guys just make a faction and start like an invasion, inner invasion.
Speaking of WWE guys invading, next up we had Keith Lee cutting his first promo here, speaking for the first time in AEW Limitless, and pretty much.
Now I know Kyle has listened to Keith Lee do promos. I have as well. Bruno, have you heard Keith Lee do promos in NXT?
Maybe once or twice.
Okay, so what was your opinion on this promo? Because I'll give my opinion.
Kyle. Me, I have nothing to. I don't remember anything about Keith Lee.
I don't like Keith Lee's promos. I don't like the way he talks.
He's a better wrestler than he's a talker, right?
Yeah, don't.
That's what I was trying to get
That's
to.
why they wanted Adam Cole to be his manager.
Is that his real voice? Like his real? I feel like he's trying to do like a fake English accent or something.
That's him. That's him.
Oh, that's
him. Yeah.
That's it. Where's he?
Yeah.
He's from. He's from
He's
the UK?
he's US. He's US. He's US. He's not. I don't think he's from the
But
UK.
that's a real like accent.
Yeah. That's
What
how
what
it
kind of
goes.
accent did he have? He had like
I
a
don't know. It's like, I don't know. Different. I guess it's different.
Yeah.
Like I look at him and we talk.
no, but he
The
speaks
voice
like he's.
the voice doesn't match the body.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That's the best way to describe it. For real though, it's just
Bruno
it's
just
funny.
saying he sounds like a white man. Just
But
saying.
then to the point where you look at him and everything, and then you watch him wrestle, and it's like, how can a man this big and his girth do things like that? So his
He's
girth.
a
That's
great
like
wrestler. Last week was
Bobby
great.
Heenan. Bobby Heenan.
Yeah.
To his chagrin there, one of those commentary.
No, he's great. Yeah, he looked like a beast last week. He moved well, and pretty much his point of his promo was that he's the first entrant in the Faces of the Revolution
Ooh.
ladder match at
Okay.
Revolution. And he goes, usually they save the best for last, but in this case, the best came first.
Okay, so let's
Did
let's
it though?
And then
Let's-
that led us into the next match for a
Before you
spot
go
in
to
the
the next-
in the Revolution ladder match.
So before that, so
Wardlow-
this is the first thing that's happening right now with AEW right now, right?
What?
Because like I said, CM Punk first, then it was everyone from WWE, all these guys, all the ex WWE guys. So basically, the first hour was WWE
Yeah,
on AEW Dynamite. Like,
But now, Wardlow versus Max Caster,
ooh,
who cut, I think, one of my favorite freestyles he's done since he's been in AEW on his way out.
what do you give it out of 10, Bruno? Since we didn't get Armando didn't get to see it.
Oh,
What do you give it
tonight,
out of 10?
tonight
What do you
I'm
give it
giving
out
it.
of
It's got to be a 9. It's got to be a 9.
Yeah?
And you know what? I think I was like, I heard in the background. I didn't write down any of the punchlines. Yeah, it was good. It was good. We gotta post it on our TikTok or something.
I'm sure he said something about MJF. I'm sure in there.
It was good. It was good. I won't butcher it. Won't settle on it if we don't have
Claudio,
to.
wrap it for us.
Claudio. No, he dissed Wardlow. Fuck. What did he say? He had a good. He dissed Wardlow nice, and you could tell Wardlow was like trying not to laugh hard, but trying
Hey,
to look
Max
serious at the
Caster's
same
good
time.
at what he does, man. Like
yeah,
he's
it
not.
was good.
Could you like let's describe this now, quick, Kyle, because I know that you know this wrestler more than everybody else. Enzo Amore reminds me of a bit of an Enzo Amore kind of character, right? With the mic skills and that. But who's the better wrestler? You think Enzo Amore or Max Caster?
Max Caster. 100%.
Yeah, 100%, 100%, 100%,
absolutely.
100%. That's what's great. I like to see that because
how many times has Enzo been knocked out in the ring?
that's
just
what I'm saying.
on his
What
own.
I'm saying. As soon as they made
Can
Enzo
we get him
Amore
on the
wrestle,
podcast?
as soon as they made Enzo Amore wrestle, it ruined his whole career. Fuck.
You think he would come on our show?
Enzo Amore.
Yeah,
I could see it. We'll see.
I think he must have
They
some
don't-
great
the-
stories.
The last thing he could say is no, so we'll see.
Has he wrestled anywhere lately, like indies?
He's supposed to be in MLW. I think he showed up, or he's going to be showing up soon. So
Oh, we got to get him
Dynamite.
before George gets him.
so
Can we
yeah.
beat
Well,
George to the punch?
I could reach out to maybe Danny Limelight maybe and see what he says about it, because I know he's gonna be wrestling at the same event as him. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll keep everyone posted on that.
So
Claudio, what do you think? You like Enzo Amore?
I don't know who Enzo is. So
Exactly. So
Yeah,
like, that's
back to
that's-
the
that-
action. Wardlow, Max Caster. It was actually a competitive match. It wasn't a Wardlow beating the shit out of him in 2 seconds. It went through commercial. Max Caster got the upper hand at one point when he got like the chain from the outside, but Wardlow kicked out anyways, and then did his Wardlow thing, beat the crap out of him, which made Wardlow the next entrant in the Faces of the Revolution.
You're about
Fa-
to say
face
that-
of the Revolution. ladder
Faces
Then
match.
he
of
got
fear,
jumped,
eh?
though.
What?
Yeah, but then he got jumped,
Then he got jumped.
and Sean Spears didn't help him.
Really, Sean.
Wardlow had to beat the both up, and then Sean Spears came in with the chair.
Who did? Yeah.
The perfect
Yeah.
10, eh? Didn't help him out, eh?
Yeah, no. The only
Piece
thing
of
perfect with
crap.
that is his wife.
Oh wow, that's
Speaking of good wives, Adam Cole's wife, who's been carrying his whole thing.
Yeah, Adam
Is in the
Cole's
back-
wife, who's part of the fucking Cobra Kai now, apparently.
that's what I was gonna mention.
We'll
gonna
find
tell
that
you
out later on the show.
I was on the 3 minute of the podcast, and Trax goes, "Is that the guy from Cobra Kai?" And
Yeah, you
I'm like,
mentioned that.
"What?"
Yeah, I saw.
I couldn't believe it. Like, what?
Yeah.
I never watched the
Anyways,
show
man.
yet.
Honestly, I didn't watch the show up until maybe last month, and we just did a marathon, and it was just pretty good. Cheesy, but it's good. It's good.
Britt Baker
good.
pretty much
Me and Brett
teasing
learn
the match.
karate now.
Yeah.
they're teasing the match.
You
for-
first, Kyle. Sorry, Bruno.
No, I'm just saying. Oh yeah, so they're just teasing the match for Mercedes Martinez against
Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa. That's
Thunder
it.
Rosa.
And Britt Baker says if she said you have no choice, you have to win. And then there was something weird that happened. I don't know if you caught this one.
Yeah.
What
the
happened
guy
at
from
the end?
Cobra Kai showed up. That's what was fucking weird.
Okay, that's the one who said if she loses, finish her or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's when he showed up. Okay, that was him. I was like,
said
what the
it?
fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Mercedes Martinez left, and then that guy, that's who it was, came in and went to
John Kreese. Doesn't he have the ultimate bad guy face, like the villain face,
Yo, his
that stupid face that he has? It's amazing.
his voice,
man.
his voice is like, and finish her. I'm like, oh, God.
Such an 80s 90s villain, eh? Like that's amazing, man. You can't. Oh man, amazing.
Finish her.
But why though? that's another thing. Like why? Like it didn't make sense to me. It was in his hometown that they were in, or they're just grasping at straws now. Like what is it?
Maybe he's gonna join AEW. Maybe he's gonna fight Jake.
Please
Snake.
no.
It's the classic WCW formula with they get a star on there, some headline, some tabloid will pick it up, which just gets you cheap like publicity.
Yes, I understand.
Outside of wrestling.
Sabrina
Right now,
the Teenage Witch too in the crowd.
Might as well.
That's who that was.
Yeah.
Okay,
Melissa
I'm like,
Joan Hart, yeah.
I'm like, oh, I recognize that broad. Did they say it? I don't.
Get the hell out of
They
here.
put her name up on the screen. Too.
Who is
What
that?
did they say? The girl from Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why? Or because okay, man, I understand why, but why? I don't know.
everyone loves AEW, even you. I told you before you liked it, you were gonna like it. Anyways, moving on.
Okay, relax.
Next to the
It's only
action.
fucking Melissa Joan Hart. Okay.
Exactly.
Guys acting like The Rock showed up.
Exactly.
He was busy at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but you see what happened at the Super Bowl? He said in front of the millions, and then he didn't say millions after that. Somebody tweeted to him and said, "Hey, it was nice, nostalgic to hear that you said and the millions, but you didn't finish it." He goes, "I'm going to be finished. Don't worry, you'll hear the finish very soon." So keep it.
The crowd always says it. What kind of
I know,
idiot
but
doesn't know that.
But somebody, he said it. He goes, "I'm going to be finishing that line off at a later time." So obviously he's going to be in Dallas. I think I really hope.
Super Bowl.
No, he's gonna do the same thing he did to the in the Miz and Cena match. Remember that year when he was the
whole debut in Saudi Arabia for the big paycheck?
I'd rather
Next
him
year-
show up than fucking Stone Cold.
next. Oh my God, that's another thing too. But the next Super Bowl, the next WrestleMania after this one is at the stadium where they had the Super Bowl. So they wanna. It's going to be a big one now, and it's going to be a huge one. So I'm sure
It's a
they're
sick stadium, huh? I was sick.
yeah, it's a sick stadium, man. That's
Back to the action.
they're gonna break records at the next WrestleMania for sure, and then I'm sure more records at the next one. So
Speaking of breaking records, AEW always breaking records, and Tony Schiavone breaking records with the amount of interviews he does in this promotion. Standing in the ring, introducing the AEW Heavyweight Champion, Adam Page, to the ring, who says a couple of words and gets interrupted by
The better Adam.
I'm cold, baby. Did you notice he didn't look as pale as he did last week? I think he got a little bit of he took MJF's bronzer there and adjusted it there, but he didn't look as
about
pale.
that earlier. So I believe
He
that
kicked the AIDS.
What's going on, Enzo? He's Enzo Medicino in the chat. What's going on, Enzo?
Enzo's the one who was teasing the WWE Cody Rhodes appearance.
Well, hey, you know what? I'm Enzo. I appreciate Enzo because sometimes I miss some stuff like the headlines and stuff, and I get the Facebook message or something, and I see Enzo sends me something. I'm like, hey, there must be something that happened here. So I'm very grateful for that, Enzo. Keep it up, man. Keep feeding us some information, man. I love it, man. Appreciate it.
Well,
Bruno?
then what happens after Adam Cole comes in? He tells Tony Schiavone, "Get the hell out of my ring." Tony Schiavone gets out. I blabbered a bunch of crap about the he's gonna face Adam Page at some
Seems like
point.
you enjoyed the Keith Lee promo more than
No,
the Adam
it was
Cole promo here.
it was along the okay. Adam Page said, "You're just jealous that I came here and me and my friends started a whole company, or me and your friends started a whole company.
Yeah,
without you,
they're all friends in the end."
That's
right?
what Adam Page said, and then Adam Cole did his comeback, and they were just going back and forth until he got jumped by what's their faces?
Red Dragon.
Yeah,
They're called the Red Dragons now. Undisputed Era.
Mm-hmm.
That's the tag team name, Red Dragon, or is just Bobby?
Well,
Fish?
that's what they called themselves.
Okay, because I remember because in the promo they called it. He said Red Dragon, but if that's.
But then they announced
was
that it's going to be the Red Dragon in that in the tag team match.
Yeah,
and the Young Bucks.
Yeah, because that promo really that promo really got to me. It was really good, man. Had the way they did the tease and everything, like Adam Cole doesn't know where to go, kind of thing. So I think we're gonna see Kenny Omega soon, because that's the culmination of that feud right there.
Segment wasn't even done, because after that happens, the whole Dark Order comes out.
Ooh,
if I'm not correct, so when they clean house. Then 10 of the Dark Order loses his mind and starts beating up all the security guards, who I don't know if anyone noticed were the worst fake security guards ever. They came in like it was to the point of they started trying to hold them back when they weren't even doing it. They were horrible.
I wouldn't be surprised if those security guys are probably guys from the Nightmare Factory. It's exactly what WWE does.
They were the worst
when they do that kind of.
They were they were the worst fake security guards. It was so funny, it was so bad. And then 10 loses his mind, so they're putting 10 as a monster now as well, I guess.
10, you know what? Not for nothing. I don't know what happened to 10, but he looks like a savage, man. Like not. I don't know if he looked like that before or.
Could they please get Dark Order away from Hangman Adam Page, please? Please? Oh, please.
Why? Because then you have nothing for Dark Order to do after.
They're 8 guys, 10 guys. They can't do something.
But
they don't even have their own storyline.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? As long as they're shown on TV, and plus if they interject in that story, then you have Adam Cole, like he's going to be fighting 10, obviously, right? So he gets to fight all those guys, and up until he gets to Adam Page, which is this is something that they always do AEW though. That's when they have nothing to like no storyline or anything. They'll always go back to that.
Yeah, but that's a heel move, though. If he makes him go through all the Dark Order to get to him, that's a heel move.
Man, I just don't know, man. It's like Sammy Guevara went through the whole fucking Dark Order too. Like,
only time will tell. Man. Only time will tell. Speaking of that, we had a Sammy and Darby Allin promo to tease for the later on in the night, which brought us to the influencer.
Yes.
The influencer of the AEW. And not Hangman Page, and Jake Hager.
It was great to see Jake Hager in the ring for once.
Did you see those tights? Anyone? Those tights were flashy.
Hey, don't get me wrong. The guy's a weapon, man. The guy could literally smash you with beating in real life. The guy's an ultimate fighter.
He's losing weight too.
He is. Hey, that's what a lot of people have been saying.
Although he did not look good in that match, though. He was making a lot of mistakes.
That's the thing too, right? Like maybe the timing is off and everything with these guys, and like that's the thing, right? Like, I think these guys, like I don't know, man. I think a lot of them think they're too cool for school to fucking like I don't know, man. Like I think everything. It seems everything's rushed sometimes in AEW. I don't know. It's not smooth.
To your point and Kyle's point, like I think Jericho now is like he just wants to have those matches where he puts a couple of signature moves.
Yeah.
And that's it. Where Santana and Ortiz are like really want to make their come up, and they're trying to make like a real intense match. So like the pacing is different. It's, you know what I mean? Jericho, Orange Cassidy, it's nice. They're setting up for their stupidities and but like Santana and Ortiz were trying to have like a good match. Like, they wanted to showcase themselves here.
Well, I think that was the whole point of it. To showcase
they got to get them away from. They got to get them against good. They got to get them against FTR. They got to get them against like a good team. They got to get them away from. They got to get those young guys against some good guys as well. Pretty much.
It's all about that reaction, right?
Jericho's there for like the mouthpiece, casual match.
The reaction that Jericho got when he hit Eddie Kingston, he got booed. You know, so that's
that's the whole point,
beautiful.
yeah.
I think that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
So,
for
so
sure.
Jericho turns heel.
That was a dirty move.
But everyone loves Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston could throw a 2-year-old kid across the arena and they'll still cheer him. You know what I mean? He's one of those
Perfect guy
guys.
to turn someone heel. He's a perfect.
He's
guy
like
to
that
turn-
blue collar guy that everyone could relate to. So everyone loves him. So anyone against him is going to be bad. So God, they were booing John Moxley at one point when they were feuding there last year or something there. So. It's all about that crowd reaction. Sometimes they want a certain crowd reaction and they don't get it. So I think they nixed the idea, but I think this is what they wanted in it, but it's still to me, Santana and Ortiz are still in the limbo there. I don't know.
They're on the way out. This is their way out here.
They need
Proud and
something to do,
powerful,
man.
And it was a strong win. They look strong.
Yeah.
Strong victory for PMP.
Yeah.
And that was that. Which
I really
brought us-
wanted him. I wanted him to do that moonsault there when he was going for that moonsault. When he goes off the second rope and he does that springboard there, the lion salt. Sorry, and they blocked it there. I was just waiting for it. But then I'm like, don't do it, Jericho. Please don't do it, because if he screws up, he looks like an idiot. But anyways,
I think
but
he's got to
that was a
retire
cool
at this
spot.
point. He's got to retire now.
Stop.
It's too risky for him.
No, he needs
Stop.
he needs to go away and then come back. That's what
Exactly. That's what it is.
Then-
Sometimes
Even
it's
that
good to
tour
go
he's been
away.
teasing for. He was supposed to
Because
go on
he'll
right before
leave.
COVID.
He'll think of something cool to do. He'll reinvent himself. He'll come back.
Exactly.
And he'll be fresh.
Exactly. I'm not worried about Chris Jericho at all.
That's all. No one's
Claudia, are
worried
you
about
worried
Jericho.
about Chris Jericho?
Well, apparently there was rumors that he might leave to go to WWE to join Kevin Owens. So
Did you see that on Twitter?
I saw it on Twitter. I'm like,
I got retweeted by Chris Jericho. He liked a bunch of tweets, and then he came out that night. Kevin Owens changed his profile picture to the Festival of Friendship when they were in the ring, and then Chris Jericho quote tweeted it and said, "I haven't forgotten about you, Owens. Maybe we'll see each other soon." You know, like something like that. Like, but you know, that's Chris Jericho just stirring the pot. You know what I mean? Like,
And
that's
what else did Chris Jericho do on Twitter,
What else
What
did he do on Twitter?
Frank?
What did he do?
Didn't he throw us a follow?
Get the hell out of here!
Didn't you send a screenshot?
No, that was a retweet.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Wow! Don't my heart. Just I can't believe I didn't see that. If that did happen, but I'd love to see that happen. But wow! But no, the retweet for me from Chris Jericho means a lot.
Hey,
that's
now
what
we're
it is,
now
right?
we're retweet buddies.
Yeah, exactly. You got one. I got one. Look, Jeremy got one as well.
Retweet, you fucking loser.
Yeah. Going on now. Back to the action.
No
Select a man bun with no
disqualification.
fucking retweet.
You get ready for March 6th. That title's on the line. Predictions match.
March 6th.
AEW Revolution. Spoiler.
Well, I won't be there. I'm
Versus
going to be at
Selectable.
the WWE event, rubbing shoulders with Ronda Rousey and
March 6th.
yeah, it's the same. It's the same night.
So
That's
put
Sunday.
our, still got to put our predictions in.
He's gonna be getting chased around by fucking Travis Brown for putting the moves on Rousey.
Off topic, Kyle. I wanted to ask you this. Did you see the video that I put up with the Paul Heyman and the Bruce Pritchard thing?
Yeah.
Do you believe in that? Do you think that's actually going to happen? Because I honestly, I wasn't looking for it specifically. I just stumbled upon it because the Bruce Pritchard video that he says that in, they were talking about Tugboat and that. So I was doing some research on that. And then coincidentally, I heard that. And I'm like, but I heard Huntsville somewhere. And then I remember Paul Heyman said it like 7 or 8 months later. So are they like, I don't know, is it like someone, they want people to know that they said it? Or it's weird, but, or just a coincidence, you think?
I don't know. It was super weird because I looked into it a little bit afterwards and I couldn't really find much, but
yeah, but he clearly said it. And then if you go into watch the actual thing, Conrad Thompson says, well, you're just gonna do it out of spite, Bruce. He goes, well, what if we do it in Kansas City? What if we drop the title, not the IC title? What if we drop the Universal title in Huntsville? How about that? Then Conrad goes, well,
Jofo in the ring TikTok, right?
Yeah, but it's not the full video. Like I put the full video on YouTube. But man, he clearly says that there's going to be, because Paul Heyman says clearly something's going to happen on the road to WrestleMania. and we never see any title changes on a house show. So that makes people want to buy tickets to a house show. He's basically telling us something's going to happen in Huntsville, Alabama, Paul Heyman. But 7 months prior to that, Bruce Pritchard said that it's going to happen in Huntsville, and they're going to drop the Universal title in Huntsville. So I don't know if it's pretty weird to me. It's pretty cool that like a prediction kind of thing, but I don't know. Nobody's talking about it, but I'm sure someone will when it does happen, and we'll be the first ones to say that. Oh, we told you so. So we'll see.
And if you want some context on what we're talking about, I just pinned it on the Joe Fo in the Ring TikTok page. So head over there and watch it.
Perfect.
King of the talk.
Because that's how we do.
That's it.
That's
here.
it. And then once you watch that TikTok, follow. Then go to mine. Watch all my shit. Follow there.
And by that time, you'll be asleep.
And by that time, you will be obsolete. Mr. Obsolete.
No disqualification match. Mercedes Martinez versus Thunder Rosa.
That was an intense match. But
it was, but
yeah.
I don't know, man. I cringe when I see people not go through a table. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, that's what it was. Huh?
Suplex
That's
on the outside with the table, like off the apron onto the table that was like diagonal.
Yeah. There was a lot of botches in that match too.
Very ambitious. They're not heavy enough sometimes to do them.
It was look. It was
the men even aren't heavy enough.
Yeah.
Apart
from that table, man, table which you saw, I found it was an interesting match. And then at the end with Britt Baker and the bad guy, when he says she's not ready, I'm like, oh fuck, man, Jesus Christ, man, can your voice be any more villainous? And then at the end, when those two broads were knocking out not only Thunder Rosa, but
Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, Jamie Hayter. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. Like, this is intense. But first I thought Thunder Rosa was gonna get that pipe across her face or something. I'm like, man, blood splatter is gonna happen. But man, no, those two girls, whoo,
Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa. Claudio, what for the title? Who do you think? Who do you have to win that match if it does happen?
I mean, if it does happen, like every time Britt Baker is gonna fight, I feel it's been an interruption match.
That's good, that, because you know what, they're telling you that's gonna happen every time, and that's a good point, man. But
it's gonna be like another CM Punk versus MJF, but female version.
You're learning, Claudio. You're learning. I like it.
You're learning.
He's learning.
Tell you right now, Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa again. That title's not going anywhere.
But it has to be the villain.
Britt Baker's got that division on fucking lock.
You know what it is? Then because I watched the match and I'm like, you know what? Maybe it didn't have to be a no holds bar match, because I think they're better wrestlers without that stupidity. But honestly, they didn't show themselves to be better wrestlers after that match. I think they were worse off after that match. To give my opinion.
I'm also concerned that Claudio hasn't undone a button yet.
I lost weight, Kyle. So
or maybe he's not even wearing any pants, though, because I don't know, half his body.
Claudio, why don't you stand up and give us a spin?
Nah.
Ooh,
tomorrow night at Peroni's, I'll be performing with Kyle. So maybe
and dancing.
Doing a show, but
do a little dance.
Yeah, we've been practicing the tango all week.
Exactly.
He's gonna have a rose in his mouth.
No, I was gonna say that to you. But no, honestly, I thought Serena Deeb.
What I just said.
I thought Serena Deeb or Jade Cargill was gonna come out and interrupt them. That's what I thought. No, I heard it just said, Kyle. Don't worry, I heard it just.
I know, because you repeated it.
I know because.
Hey, the Titan Tron is here. Go check them out as well on YouTube. What's going on, guys? Go check them out and follow them on social media and of course on YouTube.
Follow them.
Follow them. Listen,
they're not like you, Kyle, all right? They're not creepy like you.
I think Britt Baker, we know she's not going to lose the belt for a long time. I think the question is...
You got a better chance of somebody laughing at one of Claudio's jokes than Britt Baker losing that title.
That's mean, man. You guys are friends, eh?
So she's going to... How long do you think this title reign will be, Kyle? Like this, she's definitely going to have
Britt Cole.
Like a world record.
Oh yeah. She's gonna be setting records.
But you know what it is?
Minimum a year.
If someone takes that takes the title away from her, it has to be credible enough to say that, you know what, she deserves to beat Britt Baker. But right
No,
now,
that's why it's
there
gonna
isn't
be a long
anybody
time.
that deserves to take the title away from Britt Baker.
How
So
about
I'm
how
thinking
about
I'm in
Serena
agreement.
Deebs? How about Serena Deebs?
Serena Deeb, yeah, eventually she will. Eventually she will. But they're both heels, so it won't work.
Wait, hold on. Before we continue for a women's match, have you ever seen Jade Cargill versus Serena Deebs?
I don't think
It
that
was in
happened.
the tournament, wasn't it?
It was it?
Was
And then
it?
She got
No,
interfered or some shit.
I don't, because I'm like this is weird that we're not seeing this match because I have a feeling somewhere down the line Jade Cargill will face Serena, but I'm like
Again, they're all bad. They're all bad. They're all heels.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes I said that too, but sometimes AEW does that too, right? They have it doesn't really matter to a sense, but Serena Deeb, I think they're building her up because she's doing that 5-minute rookie challenge there, so she's not really facing like these big time wrestlers and that. Plus, she has the Hikaru Shida storyline in her back pocket until she comes back from injury. But Serena Deeb, they're keeping her relevant up until they could throw her into that title picture, because I think that if she does have a title shot, there's no way around it that she has to win that match. Yeah. Okay. So I think she will be a AEW Women's Champion in the future. Like I said many times, maybe not right now, but I think after whoever takes the belt away from Britt Baker, who we assume will be a babyface, will go against a heel who, in a sense, the next one in line would be Serena Deeb. So I could see that happening.
But and one more thing, didn't Hikaru get defeated by Serena? That was the man.
Then she got beat up and everything. She got injured.
Oh man, that match was they didn't even wait to go into the ring. She just came at man,
savage. That's why
I felt bad for Hikaru.
Hikaru's here. Ooh, but
we heard from the leader of the Bullet Club, Jay White.
I thought Jay White was American, but it turns out to be he's another UK guy. I'm like, okay, but either that or I was gonna say he looks like he's faking an accent.
You notice his finishing move, Bruno?
Jay White.
Yeah. Crossroads. Cody Rhodes is finishing.
I didn't notice that they showed the promo. They showed highlights of him.
Yeah, they showed highlights.
Oh, he did this, huh?
No, he puts them into that, and like Cody Rhodes, they're like that spin there, like it's the road, the crossroads, right? He calls it Cody Rhodes. Yeah. So that's what he does as his finishing move. Is he the Cody Rhodes a replacement or?
No, it's a Cody Rhodes replacement.
He takes off the match. I've been Cody Rhodes this entire time. Oh shit! What a plot twist that is.
Or like Jericho when he said that was. You think that I had a Sin Cara mask? No, that was Sin Cara with a Chris Jericho mask. So, but no, Jay White. Honestly, having Jay White in there, it brings in new viewers from the New Japan Pro Wrestling side of it. So it's a smart move on AEW side. So
everyone in Japan that it's with that 4 a.m. whatever. No, it's like 13 hours ahead. They're watching it on Thursday afternoon at.
Well, there's people that watch Thursday, from the UK too, right? So it's the same thing. Like he's got a fan base, and a lot of people. You know what? Like a lot of people. Like watch only New Japan Pro Wrestling. They don't watch WWE. So when they see a guy that's been on New Japan Pro Wrestling, they're like, "Oh, he's on AEW now. I'm gonna watch AEW now." You know, so that's how it works.
I look forward to see what Jay White has to offer. But two men that we all know what they have to offer: Darby White, accompanied to the ring.
Darby White.
No,
Darby Allin.
But wait, you missed something.
The promo.
The promo of the House of Black,
and
then Malachi Black. They hear a knocking.
Claudio, take it away.
They hear a knocking, and then he's one of them says, "Oh, who's that? Who's that at the door?" Ooh, I'm hoping.
You know who it is, right?
Who?
What? You know who it is.
It's got to be Wyndham.
It's Wyndham. It's Wyndham.
I
think you've been slacking on trying to find Wyndham. I think Malachi Black took over for you.
Job for you, by the there
Oh, thank you, Cal. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But no,
you know where he was on Instagram.
Oh well.
Look, there he is. There's Wyndham at the beach.
Hey, listen. Do not. You know what? Now I can't continue this anymore. No, but honestly, it was. Yeah, I hope Wyndham comes because that's going to be intense. That is going to be good. When will he come though? That's the thing.
I don't know. You got to go find him. He's at the beach. Go get him.
Well, Revolution's coming up, so usually they do kind of some debuts at pay-per-views to attract some attention. So,
But apparently, if Wyndham comes, he's gonna be a Brody Lee like a character. He's not gonna be in like the Fiend like character. That's
you know what, I'm going to say this about the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, whatever you want to call him, and I think Kyle could vouch for this too. I think
Bruno
that
went to go find him too.
I think that anything that Bray Wyatt does is and I trust him in a sense to say like don't like I know that I'll like it when whatever he does, any character, any gimmick, anything that he does, because everything he does is gold. Yeah. And it's a shame that he's not on TV now, but I think that when he does come back, it's the House of Black. You know what? It's going to be like that, like the Wyatt family, probably with WWE or something like that, or
so
have
him come in and brainwash the Dark Order.
You know what? I think everybody thinks he's going to be the new leader of the Dark Order, right? So I think that's a little bit too predictable, but I think well, why make the House of Black and do all these vignettes and stuff? Basically the same thing like Dark Order used to do, right?
Why have two great talkers in the same faction though?
Well, eventually they're gonna fight each other, right? I think that's the whole point.
Or if you're gonna have Malachi Black and Bray Wyatt, I think at the end it can go this way. Malachi is gonna definitely say we've been waiting for you all this time, and then he's gonna be the side character, and then Wyndham's gonna be like, "I come from the dead," you know, something.
Or maybe it's not even Wyndham. Maybe it's the other Wyndham. Maybe it's Bull Dallas.
Maybe.
Maybe I'd like to see that.
Hey, that lucky bastard's dating Liv Morgan apparently.
Lucky guy.
Lucky
Bo
leaving.
Bo.
I see what you did there. That was clever. I'll give it to you.
Tonight's main event.
She gives me a boner.
I know someone that gives you a boner, and his name is Sting, as he came out to accompany Darby Allin.
And Sting and Darby White.
Sting and Darby White.
Darby White
against Sammy Guevara. I feel this match was everything we all expected, and that's a good thing, not a bad thing.
Yeah, great match.
Sammy Guevara thinks he's Sammy Hardy now.
Why does Sammy Guevara come out with both titles though? Isn't one of them the interim kind of thing? Like I don't know. Like
they're just juicy, they're milking that.
Remember when Cena and even when there was title for titles and stuff like that, the same title, like the interim ones, they never came out with both, did they?
Oh, Cena used to.
The interim one they had was like for 1 week. That's even
Randy Orton did. Daniel Bryan did.
We're just trying to make Sammy Guevara look like someone that they want him to be, kind of thing. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
It is Gimmickville.
I'm just shocked that Sammy Guevara didn't come out with a box of Tim Biebs.
So you're gonna tell me that Sting, what's the deal with Sting, man? Like let's get into it right here. Like he's like you're there to help Darby or just pretend? Like what's the story? At this point, might as well just double cross him and you know what I mean? Like get even more heat on
double cross him for what? The man has no titles.
But I like
to build some remorse maybe for Darby Allin, or I don't know. I don't know, because I honestly I'm gonna say like I think Darby Allin is like losing his spunk, he's not the guy like he was a couple of months ago. I think I don't know. Like, do you find like there's not enough like that hype level? Yes, the guy's an awesome wrestler. Don't kid me wrong, but I think there was a lot more hype behind Darby Allin before. Than I don't know. I think CM Punk called him a pillar.
He can't be in the title picture all the time, like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? He can't be always in the title race.
Okay, so but then keep him relevant or something. I don't know.
Or maybe they're putting him bullet.
He's fighting against the TNT champion.
Or maybe he's going to be in the HFO, CSF, whatever they call that there, the group that Matt Hardy has there.
AAHO?
AAHO?
Money Inc. 2.0.
Yeah.
Oh man, I really hope he comes back as broken. Matt Hardy. Since we're talking about Matt
Hardy he's counting down the days. I think it's March 9th. March 9th or 10th.
Did you hear the story about how he got fired or how he left WWE?
Who?
Jeff Hardy?
Jeff Hardy.
Apparently, well, I mean, the stories that I read, again, I don't know what's true. I'm just telling you what I could. Yeah, Kyle, I could read. Apparently, he faked his drug test. No, sorry. He pretended that he was on drugs.
No, because obviously we all knew he was on drugs and alcohol before, but there was a house show that he didn't look normal. And the house show that they're talking about that he didn't look normal. There was one before that during the match he just walked off. He just walked away from the match, and everyone's like, "What the hell's going on?" And then I think a day or two later they had that house show, which there's footage of it of him in there, and then he was escorted out, and he was talking with fans or something. Some people would say okay, then WWE did their due diligence and gave him the drug test, right? To say maybe he was on drugs. Found out he wasn't on drugs. So in the end, it's what were you trying to do? Because you did not look normal in those two fucking instances on those house shows. So were you doing it on purpose to get out of your contract and leave?
I think
that's what it looks like now. I don't want to be an ass or anything, but that's what it looks like now. I felt bad for him. I think it would have been if he was on drugs and everything, it would have, I don't know, man. Maybe they had because now it does look bad on WWE, but does it look bad on WWE more than it looks on Jeff Hardy? But then in the end, if you were normal, why did you do that then? But
here's the thing that I'm trying to speculate as well. But and then if you look, I've been reading up on how Jeff Hardy was on WWE throughout the years. After when he came back as a Hardy Boys WrestleMania, they were just tossing him aside. And friends were telling me, it's Jeff Hardy was taking bullet. Jeff Hardy was, won the Intercontinental.
Yeah, but these guys, you know what it is? Everybody wants to be that superstar. They all still think they got it. You know what I mean? And everybody that's in WWE realizes what their position is in the company, like it or not. And if you don't like it, when your contract is up, get the fuck out of here. But if someone like Cesaro, that everybody wants to be a champion and everything, and he's still there, Dolph Ziggler is the same thing. Why are these guys still there? Because they understand what's going on. They don't care what people it's all people that speculate on social media and stuff. And it's why isn't he doing this? Why isn't he doing that? There is a plan in place that we don't know about, but to the point where Jeff Hardy looked like a fucking Shangad in those two house shows. And it's the point where you feel bad for him, and it's maybe WWE they didn't do their due diligence before, they got rid of him too fast, and then you find out he wasn't on drugs. Fine, WWE maybe didn't have to do that, but then it's Jeff Hardy didn't accept a Hall of Fame induction. After that, he didn't accept a return to the Royal Rumble, and he's oh, screw you. But it's you acted in a way for people to say you weren't normal. So don't say that they just got rid of me because they got rid of me. There's something behind there, and I think there's a little bit of trickery with his brother there, Matt Obsolete Hardy there.
You know what it is? Jeff Hardy tried to call upon Willow, but Willow didn't come, so that's why Jeff.
I don't know,
Hardy
man. I think that's a bad business decision on Jeff Hardy. And you know what? If he didn't care about WWE and everything, why you still waiting? Why are you still waiting till your no compete clause finishes and still getting paid by WWE? You should have said, "Screw you, WWE. I don't want to get paid by you."
You don't get paid.
Yes, you do.
No, the whole point of it is that's the lawyering of the big corporation of WWE. It's
but I think that I'm sure they still get. It's like being on fucking TSST and like that.
Done. You signed this before you start. That when your contract is done, if we terminate it or if we let you leave.
Okay, but there is a way to get out of that non-compete
only
too.
Paid for appearance too.
Okay, but there is something that if you want to get out of your non-compete clause before the 90 days, there's a way to get out of it.
There is. Yeah, you have to have them release.
There is.
From it.
Well, there.
Yeah, but wasn't he already released?
I'm sure both sides have to be in agreement with it. They have to be in agreement with it, right? So if that was the case, why didn't he just get out of it then, or make sure that he wasn't on the 90-day compete clause? And if he really didn't give a shit, why just show up on AEW and be a bigger piece of shit?
He probably asked them, and they said, no, you have another year and a half or another 2 years, whatever it is.
I don't know, man.
Okay, and then he went and sabotaged it, so it made them fire him.
There's a story behind that we don't know about, and I'm sure it's going to come out one day.
It's contracts. You can't just quit on a contract. So
I understand. You probably get sued and everything.
So if he had to talk with them, and they said, no, we're keeping you, and he's like, okay, well, you want to keep me? All right. Yeah. And then he just goes and does that.
I don't know. It's just weird.
me then.
Just weird how it all happened like that.
I mean,
Made sure he had no drugs in his system, so wherever he's planning on going next, he go, listen, I did that just because I want to get out of it. It's not because I was on drugs. So, and they're like,
well, then why did he do it?
Because he wanted to quit, and they wouldn't let him quit, and he's in a
Well,
contract.
that's breach of contract too, right? That's, I don't know. I'm sure there's.
No, he made himself get fired. There's a loophole.
I don't know, man. That's pretty.
So
then Jeff Hardy's a piece of shit. Then.
Right. Someone's garbage is another man's treasure.
Oh,
So Tony Khan, get your treasure.
I mean, look at that. Look at that. Jeff Hardy's released, and now we're getting Zack Ryder and fucking Kurt Hawkins versus the Hardy Boys at an indie show.
Can't wait. Rather watch 2.0.
Sorry. The NWA Heavyweight Champion Matt Cardona.
Yeah, hey, you see that? It's unbelievable, man. But you see that goes to show that that's the type of guy that understands what's going on in professional wrestling. He is going to be back in WWE, and he's going to be in that main event picture, Zack Ryder, and he's doing it perfectly right now. He's doing exactly what Drew McIntyre did when he left the WWE. He's revolutionizing. He's making himself someone else, and he's getting the crowd and everybody into him. So when he does come back, and he will, because money talks, and everybody notices what he's doing on the indies and in GCW and in NWA. So good for him, and I can't wait to see him come back. Woo, woo, woo.
You know it.
And on that note, that brings us to a conclusion of this week's AEW Dynamite and this edition of the AEW Dynamite review.
Bill Romanowski comes into the chat here and says, Cody backed down from the Blood Hunter more than once, that's for sure. He was supposed to fight the Blood Hunter a couple of years ago, and he backed out of the event.
Why would you want to fight the Blood Hunter?
He wasn't Blood Hunter at the time. He was Hannibal. He was Hannibal at the time. He didn't want to face him.
Wait, are you telling me that
Hannibal?
They're the same guy?
He came out and said it. I thought it was, but in the end, is there any predictions for next week's matches? Any matches for next week?
I got some predictions for you. Tomorrow night, me and Claudio Peroni's.
It's
gonna be a good fucking time. So
go
get your tickets. MTLComedyClub.com.
There you go, Claudio.
Yeah, the same thing with Mr. Clean here said. We're gonna be at Peroni's tomorrow night. If you're in Montreal, come and check us out.
And Mr. Selecta Boohoo.
Selecta Man Bun.
Joyful Podcast Monday at 9 p.m. YouTube right here, and stay tuned for something really fun, something cool, something awesome right here on Joyful in the Ring.
Nice.
Let's just say you're gonna see some of the finest superstars all in one place in the ring. Yes.
And everybody out there, go check out Joyful in the Ring on YouTube. We just had Tugboat, Fred Ottman, aka Typhoon, aka the Shockmaster. We just had an interview with him on our YouTube page. Go check it out now. The links are in our description. Support us on YouTube, subscribe, and follow us all over social media. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in the chat. Enzo Medicino, Earl Cole, DD, Bill Romanowski, the Titantron. There was our friend from the UK. Let me pronounce this right. I'm going to call him Mr. Raleigh from now on, but thanks to him. There was Kofi Wheatston as well from the Dirty Heels podcast, and that piece of crap D Rasa, and a good friend of ours, A to the Tracks, was in the chat as well. Thanks for tuning in. Bill Romanowski as well from the Hannibal TV channel. And don't forget to subscribe to us, guys, and support all of us here, comedians, wrestlers, everything to do with
porn
our
stars.
podcast. So,
and remember,
wrestling is life.